Just gonna review. Well, no. How you doing? Just got home from work. Got out early today. Man, Christmas is upon us already. Went to the library to get some comic book collection, some trades, and they have right at the entrance. They have a little bookshelf, little one on wheels, a little cart. And they have books and DVDs that you can buy. Like the books are, I think, like 50 cents. DVD's like $1, and I got The Lair of the White Worm. Ken Russell's for $1, sure. Also got the Last House on the Left remake for $1 in the library. Does your library do this stuff? Man, I thought that was a good find. So I'm gonna review Flux Gourmet, a feast of hilarity and horror. Strickland delivers sensory overload in his most bizarre, possibly best film. So I can't. And they just put this library yellow thing. I can't read. But this movie, I mean, it's not horror, but I knew that. That's why I checked out the trailer. But it looked interesting. So it's from 2022, written and directed by Peter Strickland, who did In Fabric before, which I haven't seen. Stars Leo Bill, Asa Butterfield, Gwendolyn Christie, who was Captain Phasma in Star Wars, and she was on Game of Thrones, and Ariane Labid, who was in, she was in the Alps, that Gorgos Lanthimos film. So the story doesn't. I'll try to. So like they'll prepare food. They're in this group in a mansion, and there's 3 of them. I didn't realize they're supposed to be like a musical group, and they'll cut up food and make sauces, and they record it, and it's their performance, and they call themselves Sonic Caterers, and people watch it. So it's just weird, and it's just the Gwendolyn Christie, she like sponsors them, and she'll always choose some people to do this. I don't know why. So they have to stay at this place. They all sleep in the same room, and they hired this guy to document what's going on. And he has like really bad stomach problems. He farts a lot, and in the beginning I thought it was gonna be about him. Because he talks about like he has to keep his distance because he farts so bad and doesn't want anyone to know. But then it switches to the three of them in the group, the Sonic Caters. It's just a weird movie. As I was watching it, it made me think of that one movie Rubber. And I read some reviews, and it said, yeah, you could tell this Peter Strickland. He's really you could tell he's trying to kind of be like Yorgos Lanthimos, who did Dogtooth and The Lobster and Killing of a Sacred Deer and The Alps. These movies are great. Even he even got the actress from The Alps. It says a triumph. It was pretty good. It's almost 2 hours. It's 1 hour and 51 minutes. It never felt boring. There's some interesting parts, yeah, but it made me think. The guy who made Rubber made another movie called Wrong. That one's weird. So he's somewhere in between Yorgos and that guy. I can't remember his name who directed Rubber and Wrong. But actually watching this, I was like, what else is that guy that did Rubber did? He's done a few movies, so I requested one of his latest Deerskin. I should be talking about Peter Strickland. So he made In Fabric. I think they have that at the library. There's no gore in this, but at the end they eat someone. And the only reason I could tell is because they have a blender and there's like, I could see fingers in there and they blend them up. And it ends with the guy who has the gastrointestinal problems. He's eating her, but she's all blended. It's not gross or gory or anything like that. It's really well made. It looks like a really good movie. It should be in the theaters. This lady, she was like a big part of it. She's real annoying. She's real obnoxious. Not like loud or crazy acting, but just her character is just really annoying and obnoxious, and she's trying to get her way all the time. The Gwendolyn Christie, she was pretty funny, actually. She reminded me of that actress that John Waters used, his friend. I can't remember her name. She had white hair and was real pale. She reminded me of her. So I would give it, man. And one review said it's just being weird to be weird. And I guess maybe, but there's so many just normal movies. I mean, it's okay to be weird. I mean, I haven't seen anything like this. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But maybe he's just trying to be bizarre just to do it. I don't know. I don't think I would watch this again, but I'm gonna think about it, and maybe it's like I might watch it again. Just because it was so. I definitely will watch his other movies. And it's weird that it's certified fresh from Rotten Tomatoes. I don't think Rotten Tomatoes people would even know what this is. Right? No, it doesn't matter. But Flux Gourmet, yeah, I got it from the library. Let's see what else. I would like to see him do like full-on horror or just exploitation or something. So if you like the films like Rubber and Wrong and like Killing of a Sale, all those movies, I guess you could stand it, but I wouldn't say you have to see it. It's not like that. It's weird. It's in between, since it's not bad. It's not the greatest, but it's still kind of good. I don't know what else to say about it. There's a part where like she's doing a performance and she's rubbing. They make you think it's human excrement, but then they find out she was lying and it was chocolate. So at first I was like, is she rubbing crap all over her face? But now I think you would. I don't know, man. Like, wouldn't you react to the smell? And I'm like, because she's not react. She just smeared it on and like doing her performance. I was like, how could you not like gag from the smell of that? But then I wasn't expecting anything too extreme. I just wanted to check it out. I'm glad I did. Oh, one kind of cool thing was, I don't know if you've ever listened to like a lot of noise bands. Like, there's this one guy that I traded tapes with, and he would do like noise, and it sound like I got like three or four tapes from him, and they all sounded the same. They all sounded just like a little staticky noise. Like if you put like a radio station in between radio, if you put a radio in between radio stations to get that staticky sound. He did all these tapes and they all sounded the same, and I was, this is terrible. But they do some noise stuff in here that it sounds better. It sounds better than bands or like people that make noise music. So that was that. I noticed that. But would you watch for that? No. So Flux Gourmet, Jesus, if you're at the library, or if it just there, so I don't know where it'll be streaming. Watch like 30 minutes of it, because this is a real hard one to review. It's not spectacular, like I said, but it's not. It is kind of funny. There are some funny parts, but it's not horror at all. So, like, slap face, don't get fooled. But okay, that's it. I'll give it a solid 3 because it's very well made and it's original. But it doesn't always mean it's gonna be good. So Jesus, yeah, I don't know what else to say. This one you have to decide for yourself, or just forget it. It's not horror, it's not action, it's not exploitation, it's just something else. So I got more movies in the library, and it's almost Christmas. So that's it. I'll see ya.